Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the F&G show.
The F&G show.
The final episode.
The final episode.
Episode 10 of Them.
Them.
The TV series on Amazon.
On Amazon.
These are final thoughts.
Final thoughts. He's probably going to have more to say.
Not at all.
Well, I'm going to leave you with this. I can't say much about the last episode because all I can say about it is impactful, amazing, traumatic, historical. I don't even know what else to say about it other than that you must watch it. I don't care where you are in history, you need to watch this because it is traumatic for both white and black people because it is just a story that needs to be told, that is powerful, and that sometimes makes you want to do research. And we got to do some research on a lot of stuff in history that we do not know about. And you?
I agree with doing research on our history, black folks' history, that is.
Yeah.
I would say overall, episode 10, they wrapped up a lot of stuff, but a couple of things that they left open was...
What was that?
We don't know about the husband. We thought that he was going to the whole house, get him some ladies. But then when... But when his friend called him, the F word, like he was gay. Mm-hmm. I say F, you think it's F, but...
Yeah, you got to define the F word.
He said the F word as a gay word. The guy looked at him and started stomping on the leg he was shot in.
And broke his leg. Yeah. Broke his leg. Mm-hmm.
Got in the car and then he left.
We don't know what happened to him.
So it led us to believe that maybe he was messing with a gay dude and that's how he took all the money out, messing with gay people.
Yeah, that's why he took all the money out. He's messing with gay people.
And here's some results from the web.
The wife.
And his wife, who was messing with the milkman? Woo!
Yeah, so that didn't get wrapped up about her whereabouts.
Well, yeah, she did.
Not for the people there, not from we knew because we was watching, but no one knows back in the city what happened to her.
No, nobody knows, so but we know because she got shot in the back.
They didn't wrap that up.
They did wrap that up because she got shot in the back.
We saw that.
Yeah,
the people
and the people in the city didn't know. In the subdivision, yeah.
Yeah, no one else knows.
Nobody knows she got shot in the back and killed by the milkman that she was messing around with.
So
drama all the way around.
So that episode showed all that.
And there was a lot of stuff in this episode.
Yeah, she thought she got out because he left it unlocked, and she got out, started running, shot her in the back. But
the mama escaped the insane asylum.
Yep, and she got on out.
She got on out, saved her family,
and she had to go through all those demons. Mm-hmm. The little girl had to fight her demon. Mm-hmm. And then, which was
we call it demons, but I call it post-traumatic slave syndrome. But he called it post-traumatic stress syndrome. So it's all of it mixed up together. I'm gonna come up with a new acronym the next time we get together.
This guy. Anyways, like them kids know anything about slavery. Anyway, they had to go through all the demons, and then they finally got over, and they went outside, and then it ended up standing with the
policemen pointing guns at them.
And
when there's a fire around the house,
and they standing there
just looking, and it just ended. So that means there's going to be a season 2. Now I don't know how season 2 is going to go.
So season 2, I would say, if they was going to have a season 2, they can talk about his job because his
You mean his job as an engineer?
His engineering job. They can still delve in that.
Right.
And then they can talk about finding the wife that got
shot in the back.
And then the husband that drove off, explored his sexuality, what he was dealing with.
Right. Yeah, we can deal with that. Okay.
But as far as the...
And everybody else in the neighborhood?
Well, as far as the mother and the daughters, they pretty much... I always see them not being hampered by their subconscious, of their demons.
Not anymore.
Because they battle them.
Right.
So it's interesting to see how they'll do the next one.
Well, the point is we know that she didn't kill her own child, right? The white lady killed the child, right? Mm-hmm. So the only thing that's left is dealing with how did Compton get really integrated after these first families moved in? What was the next steps of integrating Compton? And then what happened to the woman where her husband was messing around with guys? She got shot in the back. Did they catch the dude? Did they catch the dude that shot him in the back, right?
Yeah.
We didn't tell that part.
We did. I said about
in the previous episode he kidnapped her?
About 3 minutes ago.
I didn't hear that. I didn't know. I didn't hear him say he kidnapped the woman, kept her in the basement. He said it in the previous.
We said another episode.
Yeah, so we don't know what's going to go on with that. But I would say to anybody out there, watch this series. I would say it is intriguing. I would put it on the par with Lovecraft Country. Probably on a smaller scale, but I still say watch it because I was kind of wowed by the whole series from beginning to end. He had to explain some things to me because I was lost. But I think it's a very good series. Watch it, comment on it, make theological. The last episode that we watched was totally theological, totally biblical, and you could go all kinds of ways with that. And I would love to have conversations with people about that one. Ooh.
But that's Frank's thought on it.
Mm-hmm.
And my thought on it was a decent series.
Mm-hmm.
First season, that is. If they have a second one, I will have to wait to see what the second one starts, which will let me know how well the first one is. But
do you think this series is going to do well on the second series, or do you think it should stop right here?
It depends on if it stops right here. There's a lot to need to be answered.
Unanswered questions.
Yeah.
Well,
so I have to see if there's a part 2 or a season 2. I got to see what that's about.
Okay. Before we go, I have a philosophical questions from my buddy over here. I don't think he likes answering philosophical questions. We watched a series with both of us, but not together. We watched a series on Compton in the 1960s and 70s. What's that name of that show with the guy from?
That's a whole different show we talking about.
No, I'm asking a question. The question is Snowfall. Would you say? I'm asking you. Would you say that we can go from that what we just watched, them, to Snowfall?
Yeah.
Could we? Because this series was in the 50s and 60s.
And Snowfall was in the 80s.
So could we say between 50s and the 80s, there was a migration of black people to Compton, and then now we get to the 80s, and now we have Snowfall. Could you say that?
Yeah.
And now we don't have any more white people in Snowfall except for the drug dealers. So could you give an analysis of that?
I would just say this show showed you could have put Snowfall on the tail end of this show. You have to get a couple more decades in there.
Right.
But the thing is, when black folks moved in, they said in the first episode, white folks was trying to move out. They were trying to figure out if they could keep the black people out. But once they realized that they couldn't, then they all just leaving. That's basically what happened.
And then now we have Snowfall come on the tail end.
Snowfall, they was in the same place in Compton, and they was doing what they do in the 80s when the crack hit the scene.
Right.
And there was no white folks, so I mean.
So how in the world? So next season of them is just going to be dealing with the 80s and 90s.
No,
right?
Because it was only 10 days.
Oh,
forget that the show was only 10 days.
Got you. 10 days.
All this happened in 10 days.
10 days. That's right. I got you. I missed that part. It's 10 days. So now after that 10 days, we have to deal with what happened after that 10 days all the way up to the 90s and the 2000s, right?
Yeah, but again, I don't think they're going to go that far.
No, they're not going to go that far. They're going to leave that to somebody else to deal with. And the show we were just talking about dealt with that. We already know how Compton became the way it became. So but it's just interesting. I mean, I like it. I mean, what do you think about the whole overall series?
I just told you what I thought about the overall series. This guy, he keeps trying to drag it out.
I always loved how to drag things out of him, things he don't want to say, but I love it.
Anyways, that's the end of this. Because we ain't going to keep going on. We're already 10 minutes in. He's still repeating himself. So anyways.
It's good.
That's all I have to say about the series. If you want to watch it, watch it. Formulate your own opinion.
Please comment, though. I would love to see y'all comments.
Yeah.
We'd love to see your comments.
I would just say, if it's a season 2, then I could give you a better feel on what I think of the season 1. Season 1, though, I said it was nice to watch, but I would like to have seen that last show wrap up a little bit better. So, final thoughts on your end, Frank?
He wants the show to wrap up a little bit better. Okay, I think if they tried to wrap it up a little bit better here, there would be no season 2, so they have to leave it open. So, that's how I think about it. But, we never know. Sometimes things happen and then things get canceled, so the whole thing could be canceled next season. We never know. And then we'll have to make our own judgments about the first season and then create our own judgments about what second season would look like.
Well, anyways, I guess that's what Frank has to say. So we're going to end you on that note.
Oh,
this is the wrap-up show of Them.
Please watch it.
10.
Episode 10. Please watch the whole series. You can watch it in maybe a couple of days if you really want to binge watch. Do it in a couple of days.
This is the F&G show.
F&G show.
For the last time with Them. And we are out.
We are out.